Hello guys, it's JongLi here, and I'm back with another online commentary battle for Rome Total War. This time it's quite a special battle. Recently on the Game Ranger lobbies, I've become more acquainted with the Chinese community, and this is pretty rare because first of all there aren't many people who can speak both English and Chinese, and also because there aren't as many Chinese players using Steam and not as many players in total. So it's really rare to get an insight into these kinds of things, and it's actually pretty interesting because I went in, spoke to a few guys. Luckily one of them was able to speak some English and helped me out. My Chinese isn't too great. And he explained this rule set to me that they had developed on their own, and it's called 12,500 rules. Now you may have seen this rule set kind of advertised in the lobby, and there's sometimes a game called 12,500 rules, and inside it's basically exclusively Chinese players. So they all speak Chinese, and basically if you can't speak Chinese you'll be pretty lost and you won't know what the rules are. So 12,500 rules is fairly simple. There are some advantages and some disadvantages to it, I think, and I'll try to highlight some of them here. So the rules are maximum of 2 elephants, no artillery, maximum of 6 archers or slingers, and maximum of 6 cavalry. So as you can see, it's got similarities with 31k, and it is played on the large unit size, as you can see, but obviously the Denarii is much lower, and I think what this forces is quite a bit more infantry than your average CWB, but also a lot more emphasis on the cavalry than your normal 31k rules battle. So it was quite interesting, and also these elephants, of course, not often seen amongst pro players, and not a very frequently used unit as a result. But another advantage of this rule set is that they actually are able to play with odd numbers of people. So in this game it's a 3 versus 4, and basically the team of 3 ends up having a little bit more money per person than the team that has 4 players, so apparently this evens it out. Yep, so whereas each of us on this team of 4 have 12,500 denarii, on the opposite side these 3 players have 16,666 and each. So it isn't really nice. It isn't a really nice number, but apparently this works out. So this is one of my first games, and we'll have a look at how it goes. So over here we've got Carthage. We've got someone called Tao. I'm not sure if that was intended to be a swear word or not, but he's the one who's able to speak English, and he's the one who helps me very much with learning the rules and things like that. So we can see his guys. He's got these Libyan spearmen here at the front. He's got 7 of these guys, and they look to be gold bronze. He's got 6 slingers, no upgrades, and very heavily upgraded, not heavily upgraded, but these 2 elephant units, which I expect he's put most of his money on. I'm bringing the Armenians. I've got these heavy spearmen here, silver. These archers are also silver, and these cataphracts are also silver. So I've gone for a more balanced build, and it is kind of CWB-esque. So we've got Real Long here. I think he's the host as well of this game. But he's got these equites here. They look to be bronze, some Praetorian cavalry which are silver bronze, it seems. Some mix of Triarii and urbans here at the front, which seems to be silver Praetorian cavalry at the back, and some archers with minimal upgrades. On this side we've got Qingtian also playing as the Carthaginians. He's got a very similar build to Tao's. He's got two of these war elephants, just one of these war elephants actually, and I guess he's placed more emphasis on these sacred bands. So his infantry is much stronger, but his cavalry isn't too flash. He's also got the same 6 unupgraded slingers, 5 unupgraded slingers, and 1 unupgraded Balearic slinger. So we'll have a look at the enemy team now. We've got the Macedonians here. They're hiding at the moment, so we'll check them out later. We've got these Greek city-states here. 3 Cretan archers, 2 of them are gold, and these very heavily upgraded Spartans. I believe ritb was actually not a Chinese player. I think he was a Western player, and it was one of, I think it was his first time as well, playing these rule sets. So, yep, we've got these heavily upgraded Spartans and this general's armored bodyguard that isn't even the general. We've got LZB, that's probably a clan, Lingyao, and he has 5, I think, of these archers, and they seem to be gold, 1 chariot archer, no, maybe just gold as well, and some size chariots with no upgrades, and he's got these bronze shields, which are gold. So we'll get the battle started, and we'll pop over and have a look at Macedon. So they deploy quite strangely. There we go. So we can see he's got some light lancers with very little upgrades, some royal pikes, which are quite heavily upgraded, gold most likely, and also some of these silver I think archers. So that's the Macedonians. So they deployed a bit strangely. They had 2 guys on this side and 1 guy very far away. So of course we all instantly leapt at this opportunity here, and since it's 4 versus 3, it seems a lot worse than it really is, but this was pretty much one of the deciding factors of the game, is that they deployed very far away from each other. So we can see Tao is charging his elephants in amidst these flaming arrows from the archers. And he's also charging Libyan spearmen, and he's charging straight into the front of these pikes. But they don't have their pikes down, so they're going to be able to get through quite easily. But he has managed to put his pikes down to face these Libyan spearmen. I'm bringing my cataphracts around this flank here. And we've also got some Carthaginian round shields who have just mopped up these chariot archers that were mismicroed, so they didn't do too much. We've got these side chariots here trying to counter the elephants, but that's not working out too well. It's pretty hectic now. We have these elephants with bronze shields going after the elephants. So Lingyao is trying to get the elephants killed, but it's not working out too well. We have one of Tao's elephant units routing, and I'm just trying to get my cav to do some work here in the back of the enemy. But here Tao's elephants general unit, actually, this is an elephant general unit, so you don't see this very often, but he kills them off. So that was very strange. I'm not sure why he made his general's unit an elephant unit. Yeah, but he's killed them off, and his general is dead as a result. I'm firing these flaming arrows, and so will my allies, Real Long. Some refer to him as Zhenlong, which is real dragon in Chinese. And we have Tao slingers slinging away as well, so I'm just trying to get my cataphracts to get some hammer and anvil strikes, so back and front charges on these pike units here. And I'm having a bit of difficult time micromanaging because it is on large scale. But we've got Macedon here, and he's decided to run away, so fanxin has run away from this fight. I guess he's seen his allies rout and he doesn't want to get involved. I've put these pikes here to try and block these guys off, but I didn't micro them very well at all, and one of them has been shot quite a bit. We've got Qingtian running one of his long shield cavalry units and chasing down these Cretan archers, but he's getting a bit close to these Macedonian units here. But meanwhile, we have managed to mop up all these pike units here, except for this one over here. But that should be dealt with shortly. And I am going for a charge on these Spartans. I'm managing to catch ritb off guard and getting a decent rout. So we've also got Qingtian moving some of his Sacred Band pikes up to just attack these Spartans, and these are gold, so they definitely will be able to beat these unupgraded Spartans over here. As you can see, I'm trying to form a kind of line to face the Macedonians here because I really didn't want them to rush in and try to save the day. But we've managed to wrap up pretty much 2 opponents here with not too many losses. These elephants, quite strange really. Not sure how most effectively they could have been used, but I guess they did do some work. And I'm just gonna leave Qingtian to clean up these straggling Spartans over here. So I'm just going to form up on this side. Qingtian is also trying to micro his guys to chase down enemy archers. Macedonians aren't doing anything about this, so that was quite strange. But it makes sense because Macedon's light cavalry is not very strong. These light lancers, quite weak, unupgraded, and will no doubt rout quite quickly. These Macedonian royal pikes are gold, so he'll have to make very good use of those if he wants a shot at winning. But these Spartans holding out for a very long time, ridiculously long time, amidst the fire arrows and Sacred Band. That's because they are so heavily upgraded. They might even have a chevron on them. So we can see ritb is just getting slaughtered here. For some reason Talos has some slingers in the melee, which isn't the best idea. They're much better for slinging, hence the name slingers. We've also got this unit of war elephants of Qingtian, which haven't done anything the entire game, so he might want to make use of that in the near future. But Real Long, his forces largely untouched, and myself, I've been quite severely damaged. My archers are now skirmishing with fanxin's archers, but they're obviously going to lose because even though they're gold, silver, they have been depleted since this fight over here. And since my allies have mopped up all these bronze shields and Spartans, they're going to start walking over here to meet up with me. So we can see these scythe chariots actually doing a lot of harm. They do tend to target allies rather than enemies, so that's quite annoying. Yeah, we can see this unit has had some deaths as a result. So the skirmishing continues. I've been able to chip down the numbers of these archers over here. These Cretan archers still going strong though, and it's quite unlikely that fanxin will win, but he's decided to have a go anyway, have a try. These light lancers did take some very heavy losses. As you can see, they were unupgraded. The scythe chariots just moved straight through the middle and killed half the unit. So that's one of the risks of using the scythe chariots, and also a result of the poor upgrades on the light lancers. Yeah, so my allies are now moving their slingers closer in to skirmish against these archers, and with this many Roman archers here and slingers left over, we will definitely win the skirmish. Also got these war elephants here that still haven't done anything. I think yep, they haven't done anything. They've just been sitting there for most of the game. And here's one of Qing Tian's Sacred Band cavalry. So we can see fanxin has realized that he can't win the skirmish duel. He's got to move up his infantry and try to make the most of this advantage. My infantry is terrible. It's just 3 units of heavy spearmen, so they're not going to be too great against these gold royal pikes. And as you can see, these light lancers really not doing too well against the Libyan spearmen. They didn't manage to get her out. I'm just moving my cavalry now out to the left side, as you can see, and I'm gonna try and catch out some of these royal pikes and make micro hard for fanxin, because fanxin should be trying to set up a defensive formation at the moment, but my allies seem to be very focused on the archers, so I've decided to try and have a shot at the infantry. So as you can see, I just managed to rout one of the royal pike units there with 2 units of cataphracts. I've also been able to rest them up for a while, so they're only winded rather than very tired or whatever. Some of them are even just warmed up. And here I'm again trying to catch out royal pike units, and I managed to get another one. So by doing this, fanxin's just leaking, guys. And Qing Tian here put his general in a very dangerous position, and it's getting killed fairly quickly by these royal pikes, which do have similar upgrades, but the longer pikes are doing a lot of good for them. We've got also a lot of flaming arrows coming in from these Roman archers. It looks like they're just gold attack maybe, so they are quite damaging, and they also have the morale penalty. So there again, I've routed another unit, and this is where I decide to get a bit greedy and go for the general unit of fanxin, and I managed to rout it. So morale is very low now for the Macedonians. I did get some of my cataphracts caught on this royal pike unit over here, but now that we've got these war elephants that Qing Tian has finally realized he had not used the entire game into the pikes. They're on the front of pikes, so that's not too good. But now that we've got them there, getting the fear factor bonus, we are able to mass rout a fairly large amount of the royal pikes, and that should be the game. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. It was a very new experience, very strange experience. I'm really still not sure about many things, how it works, and you know, how many there are in the community, in the Chinese community, but it was a very fun game overall. Well played to my opponents, well played to my allies. They'll probably never see this, but yep, it was quite enjoyable as a whole. I also think that the Europeans are probably better. So I think the standard is quite a fair bit lower than that of the Western servers, but it's still very fun to play alongside people from China. It's a very interesting experience, as I've pointed out before. So I mean, fanxin got a lot of kills there, no doubt, from the archers and the royal pikes doing a lot of damage to the sacred band. One more kill than myself, actually. So we'll have a look. You can see the cataphracts did a lot of work here. I think the Chinese, at least in this rule set, are underestimating cavalry a little bit. But we'll see. Hopefully I'll be able to put up some more 12,500 rules battles in the future, and I hope you enjoyed that, guys. So I'll see you next time.